In the quiet suburbs of a small American town, three close friends, Oliver, William, and Jack, sat together late one night in Oliver's living room. The rain whispered softly against the windows. The TV was off. The world outside felt distant. They just wanted a break from everything. From work, from nose, from life. So they decided. Tomorrow morning, they would escape to nature. A forest, barbecue, music, laughter. Nothing complicated, just three friends, and silence. They laughed, they planned, they promised it would be the best weekend ever. But none of them knew that the forest they chose was a place people whispered about, a place where shadows moved on their own, a place where some visitors never returned. Morning, the sun rose over the small town as Oliver started his car. They loaded meat, drinks, and everything they needed for the perfect trip. They drove for hours, leaving the city far behind. The roads grew narrower, trees thicker, the world quieter. And then, they entered the forest. The light faded. Even though it was still day, the air felt heavier, older, wrong, but they laughed it off because they were together. They found a clearing and set up camp. The fire crackled, meat sizzled, bottles opened, voices rose, and for a while, everything was perfect. Night fell. The fire glowed like a lonely star in the endless darkness. Then, Oliver stood up.
Guys, I'll be right back.
He walked into the trees. Just a little further, just far enough to disappear from the firelight. He laughed to himself, until he stopped, because he wasn't alone anymore. Between the trees, something moved. Not an animal, not a person. A shadow, black, tall, wrong, as if the forest itself had stood up and begun to walk toward him. Oliver froze. The air turned cold, so cold he could see his breath. The shadow drew closer, slow, silent, watching him. Oliver yanked his pass up and ran. Branches tore at his clothes. His chest burned. His heart screamed. But the shadow followed. No sound, no footsteps, just darkness. And then, Oliver vanished. William and Jack waited. They joked. They called his name. But Oliver didn't come back. Minutes passed. Then hours. Fear slowly spread through their bones. They searched, but the forest swallowed sound and gave nothing back. So they waited for dawn. And when sunlight finally broke through the trees, they found him, standing, alone, staring at nothing, eyes empty, alive, but not the same. They drove home in silence. Later, locals told them, people disappear in that forest. They go in, they don't return. No bodies, no clues, just whispers. So how did Oliver survive? He never answered. He never spoke of that night. But sometimes, late at night, Oliver wakes up because someone is standing in the corner of his room, silent, watching. The same shadow from the forest. And he knows it followed him home. Final line. Narrator. Slow whisper. Some forests never sleep. Some shadows don't need light. And some people were never meant to return.